It's just relaxing, whether you catch anything or not. If you're out there fishing, your mind just kind of drifts off to la-la land. It's soothing, the way that water makes you feel out there. If you can get just a little light wind where it's just got a very little rocks, oh, it'll put you right to sleep. We live on Lake Sam Rayburn. It's listed as the largest man-made lake in Texas. It's just a different world when you live down here. My name is Jackie Purswell. I'm 71 years old. The way my symptoms started, I'd just be walking around and fall. I fell out here at the lake one day, and the back of my head hit the buggy. It kind of scared me, but I got right up and went on fishing anyway, because you don't have no symptoms or nothing afterward. Then my vision got to where it was blurry.
Jackie and I have been married for 11 years, almost. He would squint his eyes when he's driving, and then when he started asking me what the signs say, I took the keys away from him.
Then my eye doctor found the problem. She didn't know what was wrong, but she just told us there's something wrong, and you need to get it checked out. That's when it all started.
Jackie Purswell is a patient that's been followed by our practice for several years. He's had a prior stroke many years ago.
I was in that stroke ward for 17 days. And I was in there and I was watching people. One on each side of me died, and one across the hall, they died. Lord knows, that scared me to death.
Sitting and looking out those windows at that lake is very peaceful. But there's a difference in sitting there with your spouse and enjoying it. If you have to lose them, I would really miss him.
What happened to him recently was that he presented to the hospital with a fainting spell. After various tests were done, it was determined that he had a severe blockage in his left carotid artery.
This patient clearly is having what we call mini strokes, where he's suffering temporary blindness from this plaque that's being built up in his internal carotid artery. We then determined that it was in his best interest to treat him and prevent another stroke or something worse from happening.
I was very impressed with Dr. Foteh. He seemed to know exactly what was going on with Jackie, and he explained it very well to us.
Here we have Jackie's initial angiogram. This is where the plaque or the lesion is located. If this plaque were to break off and go into the brain, that could lead to a stroke.
Now, for treatments of carotid stenosis, the traditional method has been carotid endarterectomy. But inherently, there are some risks when you do this kind of surgery, and some of it includes a risk for a heart attack.
And that's when he got to talking to us about that TCAR. The old way, when they put that stent in there, he said you could break some of that plaque and stuff loose and it goes straight to your brain. But he said with this new stuff they do, he said there's not hardly any chance at all. I said, well, that does sound a whole lot better.
The operation, in a nutshell, started off by a small incision at the base of the neck to expose the very proximal portion of the common carotid artery. We then place the en route Silk Road sheath. Once we have that all in place, we clamp the carotid artery, and the great thing is, if you were to break off a piece of plaque, it's not going to go up into the brain and cause a stroke. It's going to come down and be captured into this filter. And then we land the stent across the lesion. Once that's done, we disconnect the reversal system, and then we wake the patient up in the operating room and we make sure that he didn't have any stroke issues.
It didn't take long, and he come out and said everything was fine. He said, I'm gonna keep you another 24 hours. And he released me and said, you good to go. So I went.
The change after the surgery was almost immediate. It was miraculous. His energy picked up, his alertness. He had to wait 2 weeks before he could get in the boat and go back out on the water, and that like killed him. Every doctor, can I go fishing? If he could get one to say it, he was going fishing.
For me to be able to help Jackie get back to the life that he enjoys is a blessing and a privilege that I don't think I can describe in words. You know, the look on his face when he talks about the lake just says it all to me. That's why I do what I do. It's truly an honor, and it's really a great privilege to be able to do that for him. And it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing when I offer these patients TCAR.
It's a good feeling knowing that you shouldn't have any more problems going out there and fishing, getting up and down in your boat. It's just a great feeling that you can enjoy life and enjoy a place like it.